Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So I ordered a new tyre for the front of the Golf. I've currently got it in the garage on jacked up on axle stands. I've got a VW show I want to go to at the weekend, so I just wanted to change the tyre. And while I was there, I took the arch liner out. And a word of warning for people with these Golfs, Mark 4s, Mark 5s, I've seen it on many cars before. This was absolutely caked with mud, filled all the way up to about here. I'll put a picture up there now. So this is why Mark 4 Golfs normally rust out around here. There's a little bit of rust just there, which I'm going to treat now. And I'll treat all the inside. I gave it a good clean out. Just need to sort of wash it down a little bit. I'm going to treat all that with rust. I've bought some, there's a couple of little imperfections just in the paint there, so rust would have got through into there. So I've bought some reflex silver paint. So I'll tidy this up a bit, go over that. I've painted the struts black, gave them a bit of a sanding down. I've got a lot of surface rust on them. And then up there, I noticed there was a bit of rust. It's still solid. This is sort of under the power steering, washer tank, that sort of thing. So when people have been filling it up over the years, it's sort of rusted through. Just there, but yeah, you've got your coolant tank, power steering, that kind of thing, but it's still solid. I just put a bit of Kurust on it, treat it with that, then I'll put some red oxide primer on it, and then I'll go over it with reflex silver. I know it'd be covered up with the arch liners, but you know, peace of mind. That bit there is a bit rusty as well. So when I was there, I also gave the calipers a bit of a paint with some satin black paint. Also having a look at the discs while I was down here. A few grooves in it, but there's plenty of life in them. This side's getting a little bit thin. Loads of life in the pads. Checking all your suspension components, your CV boots, that kind of thing, all your bushings, but this all looks pretty good. Most of these look quite new. I know this spring was replaced about 3 years ago. This coil spring, so I know that's all good. But yeah, it's definitely worth having a look around. You don't want your car to rot out. And normally up here there's like a little foam pad. This one's missing. They normally fill up with water and rot your wings out, but this one ain't too bad at all. There's a little bit of scabbing just there, but I'll be treating that as well. So a little bit of routine maintenance is always worth taking arch liners off and have a good look what's underneath, because this is where all the hidden secrets are. You know, if I'd have left that unattended and down here, that would have rotted the car away. So yeah, I'm gonna treat it now and give it a little bit of a paint up. This Kurust is really good stuff. It turns like your rusty surface into a solid paintable surface. Gets rid of all that rust. It sort of neutralizes it. I'm going over it with quite a lot because there's some little bits that stick out, and I want to make sure the Kurust gets right behind. I have to give it a good sanding off, but there's still some solid bits. I don't really want to take away too much of the surface. Give it a good going over, and after about 10 minutes this turns black and the rust is gone. I've just been going over the edges there with a reflex silver touch-up pen, just touching up all the little bits, and I like to run a little bead around the lip to stop the rust getting in. I've touched up all on the inside as well, all the way around. And then this, I'm still waiting for it to dry. As you can see, it's starting to go black now. That I'll hit with the rattle cam and reflex silver. Yeah, I've done up there. Just need to do that little bit, that bracket. But yeah, this stops the rust spreading any further. And I've done that little bit there on the outside. There's a little touch-up bit there. Then after, I'll go over this once it's dried. So there's a little couple of bits that are blobbing out. I'll go over it once it's dried, rub it flat, and you'll never know. But this will stop the the rust eating in. Got a little bit there I've missed, but it just helps it last a bit longer and try and defeat the rust. Right, so just give it a coat of some red oxy primer. This is the stuff I've used. I bought this off eBay a little while ago. Really good stuff. So it primes and protects the surface against rust. So we're going to let that dry for about half an hour or so. Okay, so that's with the reflex silver paint over the top. These arches inside don't come lacquered, so just a bit of primer, bit of paint, that does the job. I use this high coat double acrylic paint. These are like concentrated paint, so it looks small but a little goes a long way. It really is good paint, does the job. So we've treated the rust, primed it, red oxide primer, gone over it with top coat, and that looks pretty darn good. So once the dirt kicks in, it will sort of all blend in and look all nice and shiny. So we've got rid of all the rust, that's all treated. And if you're changing your brakes or anything like that, be sure to take your arch liner off and definitely check that area there, because you never know what's going to be hiding under there. So if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos on car maintenance and anything VW. Thanks for watching. Peace.